Hey y'all, I just want to say this, y'all, to the women. I'll talk directly to the women now because I am a woman and I have experienced this, but this can go for men and women. Stop ignoring red flags when it comes to women. Stop ignoring red flags when it comes to these men, especially if you have children. Think about your kids. We as women, we're nurturers, we're lovers. You know, we sometimes tend to fall in love quickly. When a guy has shown us things that we know that we should not ignore, but we just ignore because we want to see the good in a person. We want to see, we don't want to think about every guy is the same, because they sell us these dreams and all of the good stuff, right? But think about your kids. I am a living witness that God shows you things and God gives you warning before destruction. And that's what his word says. There's nothing that I have gone through with any guy that really caught me off surprise. Now, some stuff you would be like, man, I would never expect you to have done this or went that far. But I wasn't surprised by any of it. I say that because being a victim of a survivor, I'm going to say survivor of domestic abuse, me ignoring red flags got me in a situation not only that I am still dealing with and I am still healing from, but also my children, because I chose to stay in that situation, because I chose to continue to have children and ignore the red flags, hoping and praying that someone would change. That really, honestly, they were who they were. I can't really blame a person because they are who they are, and I chose to stay in and deal with that. So we have to stop ignoring these red flags. I am so tired of seeing women being murdered by these men because of domestic violence, women and children being murdered. Like, people are so bold and cold that they are murdering children these days. So women, we have to love ourselves more. We have to be willing to do the work, the hard work. We have to be willing to sit and really deal with things the right way and not go to a bottle or a weed or another man or jump into another relationships or go out and club and all of that. We have to literally sit and deal with our emotions the right way. We have to do a lot of praying, talking to God, connecting with God, getting a community of people that can help you, that you can trust. Because it's not just about you anymore. When you decide to have children, you cannot be selfish. You can be, but you shouldn't be selfish. You have to think about your children. One thing that helped me to realize that I needed to leave and I needed to never look back was my children. Like, I want to be here for my children. I want to live for them. Imagine me going out like that because I wanted somebody so bad, or I wanted a person to change so bad that it was like, forget my kids, that they had to be put on a back burner. And now God has called me home and my children are here without a mother. So think about your kids. Stop ignoring these red flags. They are red flags for a reason. If God shows you things, don't just sweep it under the rug like, oh, that ain't nothing. Well, maybe I'm overthinking. No, you're not. God does not leave wool over our eyes. He will show us each and everything. He will give us ways of escape. He will show us the exit plan. He will give us an exit plan. But you have to take it, and you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to go ahead and leave. When I really thought about it, I'm like, my kids need me more than anybody, and if I'm not doing it for me, guess what? I'm doing it for them, because they did not ask to be here, and they definitely don't deserve to live in this chaos and this toxic stuff, because I cannot let a person go who is clearly not even trying to be kept, who clearly does not have my best interest at heart, who clearly will hurt me at whatever cost. So think about your kids. Stop ignoring red flags, because you don't want it to be a situation where it's detrimental for you and your kids, or whatever happens, or you end up being in prison because you had to defend yourself because you chose to stay in a situation. And God loves you. There is a way out. There is hope. You good. You'll be okay. Being single is not so bad. It's actually peaceful. It's actually very peaceful. And just being able to just nurture and pour into your children without distractions, without another human being, a man being a distraction for you and your family. So stop ignoring red flags, because you don't want it to get to the point to where you can't turn back if you wanted to, because we're seeing this every day. We're seeing people lose their life every day because they chose to ignore red flags, or they didn't know that it was possible to leave and still have a life, still have hope. But you cannot play with it and stay and get too deep involved, because the longer you stay, the harder it is to get out. So y'all be blessed. I'm praying for you all. And just love yourself enough to say, I don't deserve this. And if I'm not going to do it for me, I'm going to do it for my kids. Y'all have a blessed day.